Welcome, Minneapolis Junior Senior High School fans, to Maybe Arena on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University, Salina, Kansas. As we're here for the exciting conclusion tonight of the Tri-County Preseason Classic Tournament. Dale Leach and Mike Perry here to bring you these games. Might be joined by Noah Helgett later, I'm not sure. But the two of us are here, we're ready to go here on video live streaming, CityLink TV / Minneapolis, and tape delay Eagle Channel 20. These games tonight will feature the Minneapolis Lions versus the Halstead Dragons. Both of these teams have played both Bennington and El Saline and won. So tonight is for the championship, both the girls and the boys. And in the history of this tournament, Minneapolis girls have won the tournament 5 times. The Halstead girls have won 4 times. In the boys' side, Minneapolis has won 3 times. Halstead has won 3 times, and Bennington has won 3 times. So Solomon never did win the time they were in the tournament. Now El Saline is in it replacing Solomon. We'll see if
they had a couple pretty good teams.
Yes, they did. But tonight is business between the Lions and the Dragons of Halstead. Starting off here on the girls' side, Minneapolis is 2-1 overall. Halstead is 2-0. Lady Lions lost to Russell in the first game and then beat El Saline and Bennington. And Halstead has only played El Saline and Bennington. So they are 2-0. The scoring averages are pretty close for the two. Halstead has outscored their opponents an average of 37.5 points to 24 for a plus 13.5 points. Minneapolis girls in this tournament have outscored their opponents an average of 37 to 25.5. So an 11.5 difference. There's 2 pretty close teams there as far as scoring and defense is concerned.
Pretty even.
This is the 13th overall game between the two schools in this series, dating back to 2004 in the Salina Sacred Heart Invitational Tourney. Excuse me. Minneapolis leads at 7 wins to 5 losses. And on neutral courts, we are 4-4, so that would be like here tonight. Lady Lions have a pretty impressive showing last night against Solomon. It's very nice to see El Saline. El Saline came out and played a good zone. It had really bothered us for a while, but we started figuring out how to get the ball into Fuller and make them pay inside. That was real quality stuff to watch. See the Lady Lions start to figure that out. We still are not shooting very well outside. Sure like to see him get over that.
Well, if Charisma gets an open look, she is capable of putting it down. You know, you get that ball movement inside to Fuller, and they start collapsing that defense down on Fuller, then that'll leave Charisma and the outside shooters all alone on the outside. It's much easier to crank up that 3 when it's unguarded. But yeah, if Fuller's scoring down low, yeah, we could be in about every game.
She's proving to be a very mobile post and fairly accurate with the bunnies inside. She's started to figure out how to rebound well. So the year off, her junior year, she's still coming back from that, I think. But She's starting to make some good strides.
Forte, a heck of a rebounder last year, and her time on the floor, it just seems like she's not positioned just exactly where she needs to be. But man, she did rebound well last year, and I thought she might be pretty tough on the boards this year. If that comes to fruition, then this team's going to be a lot stronger.
Yeah, there were times last night when both Forte and Fuller were in there, and it was hard for Elsaline to deal with. It really was. Well, the teams are being called back to the bench. So we'll have our introductions and get this rolling.
Volume-wise, Dale, can you turn your mic up just a little? I have a heck of a time hearing you.
I will do that. It's up pretty good now, but I'll do it some more.
There you go. Thanks.
My cold is... Here comes Mr. Helget. He'll run the clock.
You want him in here?
We'll let Mike call the game. You can throw some color in if you want, but just let him go with it. Okay.
And now the starting lineups for Halstead, wearing the traveling blue. Number 1, Haley Lewis. And for Minneapolis, number 2, Caroline Giles. For Halstead, number 4, Clara Nelson. For Minneapolis, Christy Nelson. So we've got a lot of Nelsons on the floor. For Halstead, number 5, Corinna Gerber. For Minneapolis, point guard, Zoe Shoup. For Halstead, number 22, Josie Engel. And for Minneapolis, power forward, Charisma Vigneri. For Halstead, number 34, that's Madison McLean. She'll play in the middle. And for Minneapolis, number 33, our post, Kylie Fuller.
This is Brian Weatherman's 11th season as head coach. He's got a record of 121 wins versus 99 losses. His assistant is Mitch Shea.
We are just about ready to tip here. A little bit early, aren't we, Dale?
Yes, it was 6:30 supposedly, but I was concerned we were going to be late.
It gives us room for an overtime if we have to.
Should be a pretty exciting game for the championship of the tournament.
Gerber will jump center for Halstead. She's 6 foot, and every bit of it.
Tall drink of water.
Fuller will jump for Minneapolis, and they're playing for the tip, and they get it. In she goes, shot up and rimming off, no good. And Zoe Shoup pulls down the rebound for Minneapolis. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Dragons, now inside. Oh, Fuller gets stuffed inside. Looked like there's a lot of body contact. Jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Minneapolis. We'll play it in under our own basket. I thought Fuller might have got fouled down there.
Yeah, easily could have been called, I thought.
Nelson to play it in to Vigneri, and we throw it away. zigged when she should have zagged. First turnover of the game. Halstead plays it in. Haley Lewis, the point guard. Just a short drink of water. Out front it goes, a 6-foot post. Motion offense, Minneapolis playing man-to-man as well. Outside shot open from the outside, no good. And they end up getting the long rebound. Now down low, the 6-footer up and off the glass and in.
That's Karina Gerber, a sophomore.
They've got 2 6-foot girls out there, Dale.
Oh, okay.
I saw the other look pretty tall as well. Now down low, Fuller shot partially blocked and picked off there by Schroeder. Halstead on the move here. Now the outside shot, wide open and over the rim, no good. It will be Minneapolis ball. Just underway here, Minneapolis Lady Lions and the Halstead Lady Dragons. They full court presses and a reach in foul is whistled on number 4, Parker Schroeder. That's her first. First team foul on Halstead. And we'll play it in. Free throw line is extended right over here in front of us. Vigneri inside to Fuller. Looks at a shot and she's got her shot blocked. We pick up the rebound and put it up and in.
Nice recovery by Charisma Veneri with the rebound and up and in.
Nice offensive rebound. We've moved into a zone defense here, and we steal the ball. Nice job by Kirsty Nelson. Quick hands. Vigneri with the ball out on top. Dishes it off to Nelson. Dribble drive into the paint. She is fouled. No call. Goodness. We've had 2 or 3 of them down there, Dale.
2-2, 5:30 to go in the first quarter.
Spins and shoots. Misses her shot. Gets her own rebound. Now the 3 ball on its way. No good. And they get the rebound.
They did, but Veneri reaches in and knocks that away.
Tips it out of there. It's going to stay with the Lady Dragons. They play it in. They box up on the inbounds play. All the way in she goes. They're not going to count the basket. They're going to call it on the floor, and a reach-in foul is whistled. Nelson is whistled with the reach-in foul. Out front it goes. Schroeder with it. Good defense. 5-second call. Could have been whistled.
Very effective defense by the Lady Lions.
Pass the ball well, and they throw it in. Vigneri right there to pick it off. Shoot all the way in. Shot looked good from here, and it just rims off, and Halstead. McLean has the rebound. All the way to the basket is Gerber, and she is fouled. 2-shot foul coming for Gerber. Vigneri with the foul. Forte in the contest for Minneapolis, along with number 10, Haley Kelly for the Lady Dragons. 31, Werner reports as well. Gerber free throw up and no good. 2-2. Second throw on its way, no good. Back rim. We don't block out, and she gets a hand on it, but luckily it rolls out to Forte, and Minneapolis gains possession. There's a three on its way. Charisma Vigneri, and she buries it.
Nothing but net. Good fronting defense by Vigneri. They're going for Gerber.
Shoot. Going to get her pocket pick. And the layup is no good. But she is fouled by Shoop. Yeah, I could see that coming.
That's number 1, Haley Lewis, 5'10", sophomore.
She's pesky.
They have about 3 sophomores out on the floor right now, I think.
2-shot foul. First throw on its way, no good. Five to 2, Minneapolis with the lead. Lewis, second throw on its way. It is no good. Vigneri pulls down the rebound for Minneapolis.
In fact, they've got 4 sophomores out there right now.
Vigneri off to Nelson on the left wing, looking inside. Forte's there. Nelson all the way in. The layup high off the glass, no good. And now Lewis has it again for the Dragons. Man-to-man defense for Minneapolis. Shot from the outside, no good. And the rebound is gathered up by Werner and put right back in.
Some blood on Charisma Vigneri's arm.
Natalie Borman will come into the contest. One, 3-1, full court pressure. Here comes the trap. Nelson throws over the top to Caroline Giles. Double dribble, but not called. Well, they're letting them go down on this end. Nelson hacked. No call. Now the pass inside to Forte. She is fouled. Good.
Fouls on Sol Werner. Solly. S-O-L-L-E Werner. 5'9" senior.
Forte gets to the charity stripe. She'll shoot 2 here. First throw on its way up and no good. Vigneri back in. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound pulled down out of there by Lady Dragons.
Traveling. Nope, foul. Fuller.
Shot on its way, no good. Way over the top, and they out-hustle us for the rebound. That foul was whistled on Christy Nelson. That was her second personal foul. We'll play it in. Here comes the full court pressure. 2:52 left first quarter. 5-4, Lady Lions. We throw over the top. Nelson gets it off to Fuller, and yes, they're going to count that one, and she is fouled.
Good fast break opportunity that the Lions were capable of capitalizing on. Puts us up.
Fouls on 34. That's McLean.
7-4. Chance for a three-point play.
Free throw on its way. It is good. Minneapolis with a little full court pressure of her own. Shoop with the good pressure in the backcourt. They clear the timeline. 8-4, Minneapolis. Ball is tipped. Warner picks it up. Shot is off the mark, and Forte picks up that loose ball. And Minneapolis back in possession here. There's a steal by McLean.
Yeah, good defense by Forte.
Good defense by Courtney.
She just got in 34's way. That is Madison McLean.
Forced the turnover.
Made her lose her concentration at the dribble.
Forte to play it in. Vigneri back to Forte. No one in the middle. You need to go. And Coach Weatherman's going to call a timeout before we have a 10-second call. Minute 55 left, first quarter. Minneapolis leading Halstead 8-4. We'll be back after this quick 1-minute timeout. Dale, you might mention the streaming on this thing. I've heard a lot of good reports from afar.
CityLinkTV.com, Minneapolis channel.
CityLinkTV.com.
Actually, if you just type in CityLinkTV/Minneapolis, you'll get there.
For all you electronic carrying individuals, double dribble, and we turn it over. Minute 45 left, first quarter. They force the turnover. Engel to play it in. Lewis in the backcourt with it. She can't be more than 4'10".
Well, she's listed at 5 foot.
That's stretching it. Shot from the outside, rimming out.
Oh, wow, that's tough. That was tough. And Gerber is over the back, looks like.
That's her second. That ball was halfway down, came back out.
Officially, that's her first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoup stops and shoots. Over the rim it goes. Fuller has it and has the ball tipped out of there by Lewis. It's going to remain with the Lady Lions. Gerber just with one personal foul. We'll play it in. Nelson to Vigneri. Dribble drive in the paint. Shot rimming off. No good. Forte had a hand on it, but the Halstead girl tipped it out of bounds. It's going to be Minneapolis ball.
Both squads are having a real hard time buying a bucket right now. Lady Lions are a little bit better off than the Dragons, but not much.
Caroline Giles in. Fuller takes it all the way in. Shoup to Nelson. Shot no good off back rim.
Good three-point look.
And Halstead has the rebound for the Lady Dragons. Off to Lewis it goes. They get their own rebound. It's going to stay with them, though, as it was partially blocked by Minneapolis down under the basket. Engel to play it in for the Lady Dragons. There, thought she was going to crank up a three. They do pass the ball well. Three-pointer on its way, no good, and Nelson has a long rebound for Minneapolis. Under 20 to shoot. You get the last shot here of the first quarter. Eight to shoot.
But
no, we won't. Oh, Carolyn Giles saves the day there. jumps in that passing lane and keeps them from getting the easy layup. Nice job, Carolyn Giles. Well, that's the way the first quarter will end. Minneapolis Lady Lions on top. 8-4 over the Halstead Lady Dragons. We'll be right back with second quarter here in just a minute.
We'll here's some words about some of our sponsors here tonight. We welcome D&M Body Shop, John Wright at 10th and Rock. You have a collision, need body repair done, have an unfortunate meeting with a deer, a turkey, whatever. John and his crew at D&M Body Shop can help you out. We wish to also thank our supporters of the Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern, Crossland Crop Insurance, John Pruitt, and Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. They can take care of your needs in the various respects of their businesses.
Well, pretty evenly matched game. They've got a couple gals with some height, but hadn't really come into play that much so far.
It really hasn't, and their shooting is, I hate to say anything, but it's atrocious because I hate to say anything because I don't want it to get better. But
then don't say anything.
I won't anymore, Mike.
Lewis with the ball as the second quarter starts. Possession arrow favors Halstead, and the ball goes through the wickets of Gerber, and she gets all the way to the basket for a layup.
She will be a lot to handle as she matures. She's a sophomore now.
Nelson
is fouled.
Yes, foul is called on Lewis. It's her first. We'll play it in front of the bench. And it goes to Giles. Dribble drive into the paint. Kicks it out to Vigneri. She's got a shot off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, and she's tied up. Good hustle, though, by Charisma Vigneri.
Possession arrow to the Lions.
To tie up the Halstead defender. Possession arrow our way. We'll play it in. Fuller. Shoot. Off the glass, no good. Her shot, Lewis has it now for Halstead. We play good defense down low and keep the post away from the basket. She tried to get a shot up. It looked very awkward. And he's going to call a foul. On number 5, Gerber. That is her second.
She will probably not see much more time here in the half.
No. Kelly comes in the contest. Shoot. Gets it off to Vigneri. Good tight man-to-man defense by the Lady Dragons. Vigneri circles around, gets it off to Fuller, and she misses the bunny. Gets her on rebound, though. Boy, she's got to hit those, Dale.
Tie up, possession arrow to Halstead. Score is 8-6 in favor of the Lions. Timeout, Halstead. 30-second timeout.
8-6. Minneapolis with the lead and the ball. Well, Dale, how do you like coming over here to K-Dub and playing in the other purple palace?
It's the wrong color purple.
Oh, sorry. I just figured all that purple kind of ran together with you.
No, it's got to be the right color. But this is a nice place for basketball here.
First thing I noticed, Dale, we don't have that makeup air blowing cold air on us.
Yes.
That Minneapolis gym is chilly. Halstead plays it in. Baseline drive is shut down nicely by Nelson. Good defensive play by Kirsty. Three-pointer on its way, no good. And a nice block out by Charisma Vigneri. Nelson gets it off to Giles on the backside. Her shot rolls off, and Halstead comes out of there with a loose ball. McLean has it. The other side, layup, no good. And Shoup. Pass is tipped out of bounds. It was headed to Charisma Vigneri in the corner, and it will remain with Minneapolis.
Minneapolis has been stuck on 8 for quite some time. Almost 2 minutes. 2 minutes in the second quarter. I don't know how long in the first.
Yeah, it's been a while. There's the one over the rim, no good. Fuller has it. In the lane she goes, shot no good, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Schroeder. And she's out of bounds. It's going to be Minneapolis ball. Werner couldn't keep her feet in bounds. Now Lewis back in for Halstead.
Courtney Forte in for the Lady Lions. Shoup sits down.
Forte to play it in. Carolyn Giles has it. Finds Nelson. Gets it off to Fuller. There we go. That'll work.
10-6, Lady Lions.
Lewis has it. I thought she already dribbled once. Shot no good, and Long Karam comes way out into the corner. Ooh, almost a walk. Full timeout taken by the Halstead coach. He wants to talk it over. Minneapolis leading 10-6. Halstead with the ball when we come back after this 1 minute timeout.
Some more of our sponsors, the Davidson Agency, Lyle Davidson, your independent insurance agent representing nationwide also. Offices in Bennington, Delphus, and Minneapolis. See Lyle for all your insurance needs. Also, we mentioned the Citizen State Bank and Trust in Delphus, Glasgow, and Minneapolis. See Owen Kendall and Jared Schmidt for your banking needs. We appreciate the support of all these firms and companies stepping up to help us out with the live streaming costs.
Halstead to play it in at half court. They get it in to one of the 6-footers, left-hand layup, no good.
I was surprised to see Gerber back in. Those 2 fouls.
I would be surprised she didn't get her third. Nice
Fuller
denial
with good defense there
by Kylie Fuller. Tipped that ball out of there as it headed in. The entry pass to Werner. Now Minneapolis. Nelson with a dribble drive on the baseline. Kicks it out to Vigneri. Three-pointer on its way. Back rim, no good. She gets her own rebound. Now Halstead has a 1-on-2. And she takes it all the way in. Gerber with her 5th and 6th point of the game.
10-8 with 4:10 to go here in the second quarter.
Nelson picks up her dribble, gets it off to Forte. Nelson on the left wing, looks inside, dribble drive into the paint, kicks it out to Vigneri. In the paint she goes, gets it off Forte, she's hacked. And the stick back is up and in by Charisma Vigneri.
I thought I saw a third foul on Gerber coming there.
You did.
No call.
She misses a layup, and we're over the back.
Foul from behind by Charisma Vigneri, I believe.
That'll be her second. Gerber, a two-shot foul here. Free throw, rimming off, no good. Shoup replaces Vigneri. Vigneri will head to the bench with those two personal fouls. Free throw, she missed them both. And Nelson pulls down the rebound for Minneapolis. Shoup has it. Clears the timeline, gets it off to Forte. Courtney looking inside. Fuller all alone, nobody guarding her at all. Now she into the lane she goes, shot rimming off. Forte has the rebound, and oh man.
Blocked, or no foul called.
I thought that was over the back as well.
Great hustle by Caroline Giles to cut off that fast break.
12-8 Minneapolis. 2:55 left. First half. Shot from the outside, rimming off, no good.
Got out hustle for the rebound there.
All the way in, Gerber. You can keep her off the glass. She gets those inside, she's deadly.
30-second timeout by the Lions here. Leading 12-10, 2:27 remaining here in the half.
Well, it's a tight game. It's what you were saying we're going to have, Dale, so you were right.
Another one of our sponsors here, the Scott Osherman Agency, American Family Insurance. The Scott Osherman is the agent in Minneapolis and Belleville. If you have insurance needs, Scott will be happy to take care of helping you out. We do appreciate our sponsors.
Minneapolis plays it in. It's in to Shoup. Giles in the corner, dribbles out front. Down the lane she goes. Thank you.
Fuller goes to the basket, is fouled with a shot of process of shooting.
Engel whistled with her first personal foul.
Boy, they've got a lot of sophomores playing. I think I've said that before.
Fuller at the charity stripe. She was good last time there, missed it. Second free throw is a two-shot foul, is short. Oh, it rims in.
Front rim, boot heel, and back in.
13-10 Minneapolis. Good defense by Nelson on the baseline. Man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. She carried it. Good defense by Shoup to
pressure defense applied by Shoup there.
Force that turnover. Minneapolis to play it in. Minute 50 left. Forte out on top, now down low. Nelson has the ball swatted away. Now they have a fast break. Fuller can't get there in time, and McLean with the layup.
The Dragons draw to within one, 13-12.
Nelson has her pass or shot blocked again. Carolyn Giles jumps in front of that passing lane, tips it out of bounds. Almost had the steal. They'll play it in. Whole floor full of sophomores, don't they, Dale?
Yep.
She picks up her dribble, and now she's stuck.
Coach calls a timeout with 1:03 remaining. Full, nope, 30-second timeout.
Just a 30-second timeout.
Again, we wish to thank our sponsors of supporting this live streaming, video live streaming on CityLink TV/Minneapolis. We have the Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern, Crossland Crop Insurance, John Pruitt, the Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein.
(13-12), Minneapolis still in lead. Halstead will have the ball when we get back from this timeout. Coaches are using up all their timeouts here at the end of the half, bailing out their ball clubs out on the court as they're getting pretty stingy defense. Minneapolis
charging.
And they're going to call that player control.
Carly Fuller took the heat there.
McLean with her second. She held her ground.
1 minute to go in the half.
Forte plays it in to shoot. Let's see if we can get a good look here. Giles, dribble drive in. She's tied up. Forte rescues the ball. Thank you.
That was wild. Forte had the ball knocked away from her. She was starting to go up. Fuller, in a little melee down there, was able to grab it, start the turn to the basket, and was fouled in the process.
Newman whistled with her first personal foul. Fuller free throw, crawls in. Two-shot foul for Kylie. She has 7 here in the first half. Front rim no good. Tipped by Forte, keeps it alive. Fuller again in the lane, it goes in. Forte kept the ball alive, and Fuller tracks it down and gets a shot to drop in the lane. Minneapolis 4-point lead. There's a push off. They're going to call a foul on Caroline. It's her first.
Just our 6th foul, so no free throws resulting.
We're bringing Gerber back in, Dale.
Gerber and Lewis.
Watch the backside, Courtney.
Twelve seconds.
Shot no good. Gets her on. She's over the back. Good grief.
Well, the Lions have pretty much had a 4-point lead.
She could have easily had her third foul there, Dale.
Yeah, throughout the half.
Twice. Sorry.
They did get it down to 1 with 2 minutes to go, but good board work under the basket by Fuller. Resulted in some fouls on the opponents, getting her at the free throw line, and she was able to get a rebound off of a missed shot and put it in to get our lead back up to 4. Very nice. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back for a little first half wrap up and second half action.
I need a calculator for that.
All right, we're back with a little wrap up of the first half action.
Point totals are for the first half. Halstead, Lady Dragons. Madison McLean had 2. Sadie Werner had 2 points off the bench. And Karina Gerber has all their points, more or less. She has 8. But she also had 2 fouls. Could have actually had another foul, but they brought her back in to end that first half. She's a 6-footer. Haley Lewis, the point guard, has 2 fouls. Excuse me, Gerber just is the only one that has 2 fouls, and McLean. For Minneapolis, Charisma Vigneri has 7 points and 2 fouls. And Kylie Fuller has 9. And that rounds out scoring. 16-12 at halftime. Minneapolis with a 4-point lead, and the boys are getting ready to take on the reigning 3A state champs, aren't they, Dale?
Yes, they are. And, you know, in my great basketball aptitude last year, I remember saying during the game as they were kind of cleaning our clocks and showing how good a basketball team they were, I said, well, you know, these guys are good, but I knew they had to play Heston in the Heston Substate. I said, I'd only see them getting to state. So much for my basketball knowledge. They knocked off Heston on their home floor and ended up winning 3A. So kudos to them. I'm sure they missed that 6'9" player they had last year.
I'm sure they did too. He's going to be hard to replace.
But this number 3 O'Brien is quite a basketball player. He's a senior, 6'5". He plays basketball very well.
Schulte, he's got a nice shot. Yeah, when you can put 6'5", 6'3", 6 foot out on the floor and they play well, it's you can stay with about any team in the state. I didn't see the game against El Sleendale. Was it tight? El Sleen's got some height.
Minneapolis never trailed in the game, I don't believe. If they did, it was early on. We jumped out to a 7-point lead and maintained that up until about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they ended up taking McCulloch and the other guard out, whoever it was. I think McCulloch picked up a foul, and in the next 2+ minutes we went on a tear, ended up leading by 17 at the end of the half. Great defensive efforts, and they were able to get the ball consistently to Spencer Davidson inside, and he just cleaned up.
Yep.
Absolutely cleaned up.
He's got good footwork and pretty good hands.
And what he can't do, you know, we've got several guys that are 6'1" that can fight inside and be of assistance on the boards. Jonah Oshman is really starting to come on.
Jonah, I think,
Derek Friel
is playing a little bit out of position. He plays that high post. He can turn. He faces the basket, and then he's free to slash and go to the basket. His game is right around that rim, and passes the ball well.
Who did you say?
Jonah Oshman.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You'll see that he's playing a high post. We actually played double high post, but he passes well and slashes and goes to the basket. He's got some ups too. He's been rebounding well as well.
Another pleasant surprise has been Corey Nichols. Isn't necessarily the senior isn't necessarily tearing up the nets and shooting. He does get some points every now and then, but he's a real pest on defense. He's really applies some good pressure. Helps with some good steals.
Well, we're just a couple minutes away from the start of the boys' game. You wish.
Yeah. 1/2 remaining here for the girls. The Minneapolis girls leading 16-12 for the championship of this Tri-County Classic.
Meckel still has the tape on his finger, so evidently he's not 100% there yet.
From what I understand, of course, the doctors have released him to play. Apparently, last Friday against Russell, he tweaked it, had some pain, shoot into the fingers, and raised doubts as to whether things were okay or not. Monday, they took some x-rays, examined him very well, and said there's nothing wrong with your fingers. Go for it. So took some precaution, didn't play him last Friday. He's playing very good at the point guard here in these last 2 games.
Taping those 2 fingers together will give him a little assurance, a little extra support. It's the pinky that he broke, isn't it, Dale?
I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
I believe so, yep.
There we go. We got the insider.
This could be the first of 2 times that the Minneapolis boys end up playing Halstead this year prior to any postseason, because we play in the Adolph Rupp tournament in January. This Halstead hosts, and we played them twice last year. Ended up playing him in the tournament opener, I believe, in the quarterfinals. Well, both of the girls' teams are back on the court. Time is running down. We're going to have action again.
Minneapolis will start the same 5 as we started the game. That'd be Nelson, Shoup, Giles, Fuller, and Vigneri.
We have the possession arrow, so we will inbound.
Nelson to play it in. And we're underway. 1-3-1, trapping zone press in the half court, trying to put some pressure on the ball. And they tip it away, we turn it over. Layup, good. That's McLean. Shoup out front with it. Dribble drive into the paint, and she's hacked.
No call.
Goodness.
Parker Schroeder, 5'5", sophomore, applying the pressure.
Nelson to play it in. Into Vigneri it goes.
Vigneri goes to the basket and is fouled.
We get a call. Foul's called on number 22. That's Engel.
A sophomore.
Her second. Vigneri will shoot 2 here. First one up and in. Second one is up and in. She's got them both. Lewis has the ball for Halstead. She's got a Band-Aid across the top of her forehead. She had it the first half as well, so she came with it. motion offense for Halstead. Good ball reversal, and the layup up and good. There's McLean again. She has 2 buckets here in the start of the second half. Nelson off to Giles. Zone defense now by the Lady Dragons. Shoop. Back to Nelson. Now Vigneri, long one on its way, hits the side of the backboard. Must have been partially tipped. Yes.
The trajectory sure went way off, didn't it?
Yeah. Nelson to play it in. Partially blocked by Lady Dragons. Now out front, McNary, back rim, no good. Fuller has it. Her shot, she is fouled. Good. Good offensive rebound by Kylie Fuller. The foul is whistled on number 1, Lewis. Fuller will shoot 2 here. Short, way short.
She did graze the rim.
Second one, rims in and out. No good. She missed them both. Lewis on the move now. Gets the ball down to Gerber. They're going to call it on the floor. Reach in foul on Nelson, I believe. No. We don't have a number 1 out there.
They changed it to 2.
Shot up and good by Gerber.
Ties it at 18.
Carolyn Giles whistled with that foul from Minneapolis. Nelson's pass to Giles. Off her shoe. That is a foul. Cannot jump on top of him.
A tie-up is called, however. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Dragons.
I wish the refs would call that when you jump on top of them just to tie him up. That's a foul. Gerber, she walked. She walked. They're not going to count that basket. Took the extra step. We're all tied up. See if we can't break that tie here. Vigneri off to Nelson, back to Vigneri. 2-3 zone by Halstead. Shoot, and she walked as well.
5:20 remaining in the third quarter. Halstead is yet to take a lead.
Courtney into the contest. She'll guard Gerber.
Oh, that's a weak. Veneri tied up Gerber.
It sure looks like a jump ball. I got a 3-on-1. Back Gerber, back to McLean. Out it goes.
I'm going to call shoot.
Her stick back is no good as well, and she is fouled. Zoe Shoup whistled with her second, and Coach Weatherman's going to call a timeout. McLean will go to the free throw line for a 2-shot foul here, and we're all tied up at 18 apiece. Pretty close game.
Yes, it is. Our supporters include the D&M Body Shop, John Wright, on North Ross A and 10th. If you have needs of your vehicle being repaired in the body of the windshield, whatever, due to whatever unfortunate mishap has occurred. See John and his crew, they'll take good care of you.
I got a big chip in mine.
We also thank the Crooked Nail Studio, Alexis Kern, for their support. Crossland Crop Insurance, the John Pruitt, and the Klein Oil Company in Adelphus, Jim Klein.
McLean to shoot a 2-shot foul here. 5:09 left, third quarter. Free throw up and no good. Oh, it rims in. In and out, back in.
The Dragons take their first lead.
Two-shot foul. Madison McLean, second shot is good.
(20 to 18) Halstead. 5:05 to go in the third quarter.
Matchup zone. 2-3 variety. Skip pass to Nelson, left wing. Dribble drive into the paint, back out to Shoop. Stops and pops. Back shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Giles has it. Dribbles into the defender and they tie her up.
Possession arrow to the Lions.
Oh, he's going to call a foul. He had Engel with a reach-in foul on Giles. And the foul is assessed to Engel, her third. Back to Giles, 2-3 zone here.
3 team fouls apiece.
You notice they play that 6-footer out on the perimeter. It's a little tougher to get a three-point shot off. Shoop in the lane she goes, shot no good. And Gerber down there with the rebound. Gets it off. Lewis rescues it on the backside. Out front it goes. Now three-pointer on its way, no good. Shoop hustling after it, but Lewis ends up with it for the Lady Dragons. Entry pass to Gerber, back out front, shot on its way, good. Two-pointer.
And they take a 4-point lead, 23.
Schroeder knocks it down for the Lady Dragons. Forte and a hack by Schroeder. Excuse me, Kelly whistled with her first personal foul.
Another sophomore.
Nelson to play it in under her own basket. 3:33 left, third quarter. Out front it goes to Giles. Shot no good off the front of the rim. And the rebound's pulled down out of there by Kelly. Schroeder has it. Out front to Lewis. McLean back to Lewis. 2-3 zone, Minneapolis defense currently. Good no call. McLean, turnaround jump shot no good by Werner, and the rebound is pulled down out of there by Kirsty Nelson. We need a bucket. Entry pass to Fuller. And her outlet pass is intercepted by McLean. And the reach-in foul is whistled against Minneapolis.
Veneri going to draw that, I do believe.
Well, you aren't going to like this. I've got her with 4.
Or was the foul called?
Oh, maybe not.
I don't think one was called.
Good. Werner up and down. That's a travel. (22-18). Halstead with a 4-point lead here. Vigneri. Nelson on the left wing, back to Vigneri. Right now we're pretty easy to guard, Dale. We're just kind of not doing much. 3-pointer.
Those help.
That helped.
22-21, Halstead.
Big shot there by Charisma to get Minneapolis right back in this thing. Lewis. Out front, McLean. Oh, good deep denial there by Christy Nelson. I thought it might have touched Kelly's hand, but it did not. Halstead to play it in front of their own bench. That's Kelly. Gets it into McLean. Back to Kelly. Now Schroeder has it. Entry pass to Gerber. Turnaround shot. Good.
.145 to go in the quarter. It's 24-21. Halstead.
Giles has the ball tapped away by Gerber. She splits the defenders. She's done that a couple times tonight, Dale. Steps through the defenders and gets the layup.
Gives them their biggest lead of the night, 26-21.
Fuller gets all the way to the basket, is fouled by Engel. I've got Engel with 4. Fuller will shoot 2 here. It's up and good. Second throw on its way. Short. McLean has it for the Lady Dragons. Kelly skip pass to McLean. 3-pointer on its way. Back rim, no good. Gerber has the rebound. The outlet is intercepted by Charisma Vigneri. Her layup is no good, but McLean's going to be whistled with the foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul. Her third. Vigneri will have a 2-shot foul here.
16 fouls on Halstead, 3 on the Lions.
Front rim, no good.
So we'll be shooting free throws from here on for the Minneapolis.
Second throw on its way, rimming in and out, no good. And characteristically, she missed them both. Typically, pretty good free throw shooter. Carolyn Giles, the referee, was in the way. She couldn't get to it. She had to go around him.
Good anticipation in the defense there.
Very good defense by Giles. Lewis gets it off to Engel. Way out on top is Gerber. They're going to run some clock. They want the last shot, don't they, Dale?
Why not? Got a 4-point lead.
Gerber with the ball, guarded by Fuller. Now Lewis. 7 to shoot. Gerber slashes to the basket. And they're going to call us with the reach-in foul. Kylie's first. Call that on the floor.
4th team foul.
Playing shot, no good, and she was over the back as time runs out.
Well,
almost got another shot after that.
Yeah. The Lions got outdueled here in the third quarter, being outscored by 8. Fall behind, 26-22. Some of our sponsors helping to sponsor these games tonight. Scott Oshman Agency, your American Family Insurance agent in both Minneapolis and Belleville. See Scott for your insurance needs that you might have. Also wish to thank the Citizens State Bank and Trust in Delphos, Glasgow, and Minneapolis for all your banking needs. See either Owen Kendall or Jared Schmidt. D&M Body Shop in Minneapolis at the corner of Ross and 10th. Not only do they have the body shop, but they have a nice storage area there that's available, I do believe. John Wright will take care of your many needs.
That would have been the last Lion to successfully stuff the basketball.
John Wright?
Yeah. Owen Kendall, you'd mentioned his name there earlier.
Yes.
Little trivia you dumped on me the other night, Dale. I remember those things. Here we go, fourth quarter. Minneapolis has the ball. Nelson entry pass to Fuller. Dribble drive in the paint, shot no good. She's fouled.
Well, I told Owen I'd have to take his word for it. I didn't remember, but I would believe it.
Kelly with her second personal foul. Fuller's free throw up and good. That one is good as well, and she is 6 out of 10 from the free throw line here tonight. I'll take 60%. Girls shooting free throws. How about you, Dale?
I'd like 70. I'll take 60. Oh, easy bucket. They got it into Gerber. Turn around.
Gerber turned the opposite direction. I think we thought she was going to, and she was all alone all the way in. The ball tipped out of there. Gerber has it. She can bring it up the floor too, can't she? Now the entry pass right back to Gerber, out front to Lewis. McLean in the paint, left-hand layup, good.
Out to the 6-point lead again, 30-24 for the Dragons. Yes, Gerber's a very versatile player. She's very agile.
Shoot, pulls up short with that shot. Nelson is there.
The rebound and the
first 2
putback
points of the game.
brings us back to within 4 again, 30-26. With 6:47 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Well, both teams are starting to score some points, Dale.
Yes, I hope we can continue. It's been a rather slow start on the scoring end.
They had 12 at halftime, and they've got 30 now, so yeah, doing some scoring.
For any and all insurance needs that you may have, see Lyle Davidson at the Davidson Agency in Bennington, Delphos, and Minneapolis. Your independent insurance agent, but a nationwide dealer. And we thank Lyle for all his support here with our live streaming costs.
McNary with 12 and Fuller with 12, leading the scoring for Minneapolis. Nelson's 2 points in that bucket she just put in is the first points other than those 2 scored all night long. Got to get some scoring from somebody else, don't we, Dale?
Yeah, you need to get multiple points out of several players.
Engel to play it in for Halstead. Minneapolis full court pressure. To get it into Gerber, she's going to bring it up the floor. She can dribble. Just Stops, pops. Shot no good. Tipped out there by Warner, and Kirsty Nelson right there to pick up the loose ball. Shoop all the way in, and a nice shot, but the rebound is taken out of there, and it's booted by Halstead coming down the floor, and Charisma Vigneri right there to pick it up. Turnover. Just what we needed. Giles baseline shot way over the rim, no good. Lewis pass to McLean, shot no good, and she tipped it out of bounds. It's going to be Minneapolis ball.
Number 4, Parker Schroeder.
Schroeder back in.
5'5", sophomore comes in.
30-26, 6 minutes left in this contest. Halstead with a 4-point lead. Minneapolis with the ball. We could use a bucket right here. Giles with it on the right wing. Out front to Nelson. McNary in the paint. Oh, she's fouled. Yeah, good call. Gerber from behind. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. Oh, they didn't call it on Gerber.
.31.
Warner. McNary hits the first. Second throw on its way. It's good as well.
Lions draw back to within 2, 30-28.
She's 4 out of 6 from the charity stripe. Gerber picks up her dribble. Now she's in trouble, gets it off to Lewis. Her pass is intercepted by Nelson. Nice job by Kirsty. And a reach in foul on Lewis. That's her third. And they're over the limit. We're shooting fouls.
One more will be in the double bonus. Lions with just 4 fouls.
Giles 1-and-1 here. First throw is no good. Gerber has it out on top, gets it off to Schroeder. Back to Werner. She walked, no call. Nice defensive play by Shoop. Tipped it out of bounds, and Halstead will play it in.
Giles
Wow.
attempts to strip the ball from Gerber from behind. Must have
That
swatted
looked
the
like
wrist
a
or
good
something.
takeaway to me. Giles picks up her third.
Be the 15th foul. Forte comes in for Fuller. Get Fuller a minute of rest and then bring her back in. Let her get to work. Oh, an offensive foul on Gerber maybe here.
Gerber, it was. Nope. Werner, she picked up 2 quick ones. Shoot.
A chance to tie or take the lead.
Out front to Nelson. She's wide open. 3-pointer on its way.
Boom.
Thank you.
Well, we were down 30-24. We're now up by 1. 31-30.
Nelson with a 3 ball. We don't see her shoot very often, but she can hit it. Into Werner. Tries to get it off to a teammate that's cutting to the basket, and we intercept. Nice defensive play by Lady Lions. Giles. Nelson again. Oh, back rim. I thought that was going in.
Looked good.
Good looking shot from Kirsty. Almost had 2 in a row. In the lane she goes. Jump shot no good, and Nelson has the rebound and the reach-in foul.
On number 4, I think.
I hope it wasn't our number 4. Yes, they're number 4. Schroeder's first.
Double bonus here for Kirsty.
Need to make the free throws.
Yes.
Yep, you're right. 2-shot foul here. First one on its way, rimming off. 5 points all in this fourth quarter. Fuller back in the contest. Nelson's free throw up and no good. Back rim. Rebounds pulled out of there by Halstead. Schroeder has it. McLean gets it to guess who? Dump down pass to Gerber, and she turns, spins, shoots it off the glass and in. And Halstead with a 1-point lead. Carolyn Giles to Vigneri, and she has her shot rejected. Hands it off to Gerber. Layup, no good. And her stick back is.
Halstead up by 3, 34-31.
I've got her with 20.
I believe it.
Giles with the ball. We're down by 3. We could use another Kirsty Nelson 3 ball. Reach in foul on Lewis. Good foul. Her 4th. Giles will shoot 2 here. Nice shot.
There we go.
Got to have him. That one rims off. And McLean has the rebound for Halstead. Lewis all the way to the basket, shot no good. And the rebound's pulled out of there by Fuller. Vigneri back to Giles, gets a screen. Shoup has her shot partially blocked. McLean whistled with the hack. That's her 4th. Shoup will shoot 2 here. First throw rimming in. (34-33). We can tie it up with this shot right here, and she does. 2 minutes left in the contest. Back and forth. Good ball game.
Timeout. Halstead.
Minute 59 left in this contest. Minneapolis just tied it up on 2 free throws from Zoe Shoup. And Halstead will have the ball when we come back from this timeout. Pretty good game, Dale.
Yes, it is. But you think they'll try to stall the time away, get the last shot? Did they do it 2 minutes? What's your prediction, Coach?
What'd you say?
I said, do you think they'll try to stall the time away, get the last shot? Think they could do 2 minutes?
Nope. They're going to go right away into Gerber, and she's going to put her off the glass and in. Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
No problem. We wish to thank our many supporters, the Crooked Nail Studio, Alexis Kern. Crossland Crop Insurance, John Pruitt. And Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. Be sure and see those fine people for your needs in those areas.
We're back after that timeout. Halstead will play it in right in front of their bench. Schroeder has it.
Oh, great fronting defense by Fuller there. They were going exactly what you said, Mike. They were going to go to Gerber.
It was tipped out of bounds by Minneapolis. Good defensive play. I thought maybe Gerber might have even touched it last. Lewis out on top. Closely guarded by Carolyn Giles. Gerber. You just need to double team her if she starts headed to the basket. You need help. Now she's down low and got Fuller on her hip. Out front, McLean has it. Back to Lewis. They're trying to get that entry pass into Gerber. Oh, they throw it away. McLean
defense, Lady Lions.
Tried to get it to Lewis in the corner, and she was not looking for it. Good chance here for Minneapolis to take the lead. 3 ball would go a long ways.
1:05 remaining.
Nelson.
We throw it away. And we foul. That was a foul to give. They are not in the free throws yet.
I actually thought that was a kick that wasn't called. The ball entry pass went down there. It was kicked, stopped. So
next free throw puts them at the line. Excuse me, next foul puts them at the free throw line.
Giles' 4th personal foul. Oh, almost a steal. Gerber, spin move, shot good.
.45 seconds.
Fuller, shot will not drop, just rolls off the rim. McLean has the rebound for Halstead. Ain't a foul. And might have let a little bit too much clock roll off. Halstead's coach calls a timeout. They've got a 2-point lead in the ball. I think we need to foul right away to keep as much time as possible.
We do, and just take the chance. It's been so long since they've been at the free throw line that they aren't ready to hit. I would agree with you, Mike. It's got to be the strategy.
Halstead over the limit on fouls. Their next foul, we will put them in the 1-and-1, so we've done well there. Good tight basketball game, 36-34, Halstead by 2.
Minneapolis is in the double bonus.
I wish the seat was padded, though.
Yeah.
Ryan Mortimer. Engel to play it in for the Lady Dragons. And we're underway. They're going to try to get it into Gerber. We cover up nicely. Almost a 5-second call. Lewis has it, and reach in foul. We'll put her at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Get the point guard at the line. They're up by 2.
Uh-oh. That's Vigneri's 4th. Lewis to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
21.8 seconds left.
Free throw, no. Oh, she banked it in. She hit it. I heard her call bank. That one's rimming off. She missed it. We need a three-pointer to tie, and Coach Weatherman's going to let his girls know that's exactly what we need. Three-pointer, and we got her tied up, Dale.
17.6 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. A tight one all the way through. 6 points is the maximum lead that either squad has had, and Halstead's had that at least once, maybe twice. They're now at 3. We'll see what Coach Weatherman draws up.
Well, I'm sure the Halstead coach is going to have his girls out guarding the three-point line. And absolutely no fouls, but we've seen stranger things happen, haven't we, Dale?
That we have. Through the years.
Halstead will play it in. 17 ticks left on the, it's Minneapolis ball. We'll play it in at half court right in front of the scorer's desk. Vigneri to play it in. Gets it in to shoot. Vigneri has it. Dribble, three-pointer on its way. Oh, back rim, no good. McLean has it, and she's tied up. Possession arrow favors Halstead. Wow, I thought that was going in.
It looked awful close. 6 seconds left.
Just a little strong, back rimmed it. It was almost in. Quick foul by Fuller will send Gerber to the free throw line. Gerber with 22 tonight. None from the free throw line, all layups. She'll get a two-shot, 1-and-1 right here.
Yeah.
Free throw, no good. Way short.
Nothing but air.
She is 0 for 5 from the charity stripe. No time should have come off the clock there.
Yeah. It was at 6.3, so they have to reset it.
Giles to play it in.
They are not resetting it. That's at 4.8 seconds remaining. No way, throw it away. The final. Halstead 37. Lady Lions 34.
37-34.
Game.
Good game.
Great effort, just could not come up with what was needed. Lady Lions go 2-1 in the tournament, second place. The Dragons go 3-0. Win a close one here in the championship, 37-34. With all their sophomores that'll be back and harass us next year.
It'll be tough.
All right, well, we'll be back with a little wrap-up and the player of the game and the play of the game. Here we go.
Welcome back to K-Dub, Kansas Wesleyan University basketball stadium. This is maybe Arena in Salina. Wonderful basketball venue where the Minneapolis Lady Lions just came up a bucket short. It was that close. Vigneri shot was just back rim and bounced off. But 3-point loss here against the Lady Halstead Dragons. Scoring for the Dragons, Haley Lewis, little point guard, had 1 point. Parker Schroeder had 2. Sadie Warner had 2. Madison McLean had 10, all in the second half. And leading all scorers here tonight, Karina Gerber. She had 22. At 22 there wasn't a free throw in it. These were all slashing to the basket layups and around the bucket. She probably didn't make a basket further than 6 foot out, but she was pretty strong in close to the basket. Scoring for Minneapolis, Caroline Giles had 1 point. Kirsty Nelson had 5, and those were in the fourth quarter that got Minneapolis back in this contest. Zoe Shoup had 2. Charisma Vigneri led Minneapolis in scoring tonight with 14. And Kylie Fuller had a strong game on the boards and scoring. She had 12. And Dale will give us the player of the game.
Okay, we're going to talk about our play of the game and the player of the game. The play of the game, sponsored by the Citizens State Bank and Trust, Delphos, Glasgow, Minneapolis. I'm going to say about halfway through the fourth quarter, when the Lions had been down by 6, they started clawing back in the thing. Kirsty Nelson
hit the 3.
With the 3 to put us on top 31-30, and gave us a lot of hope after we were down. I'm going to call that the play of the game.
And she scored 5 points late in the fourth quarter.
She scored 5 points in the fourth. And the player of the game would be Charisma Vigneri, leading the Lions with 14 points. Hit some crucial free throws down the way, and took care of business when it needed to take care of. Almost tied it up at the end. So congratulations to those young ladies. Well, that's going to take care of this game. I hope you enjoy it. The Lady Lions will be back in action Monday night or Tuesday night against Ellsworth at home, if I'm not mistaken. We will time this game off and be back for the boys contest in about 12 minutes.